2 years ago, LowTierGod posted this tweet about Tekken 8. And now with Season 2 about to end, it seems like everybody agrees with him. A lot of fighting games nowadays are struggling to maintain a user base. 2XKO just got layoffs and a lackluster launch, Mortal Kombat 1's shelf life has been cut very short, and Tekken 8 has been getting mixed reviews. RTG has been saying that modern fighting games are remedial.
See what I'm talking about, these current day remedial fighters?
And now it seems truer than ever. But could it be that LTG's takes on fighting games have always been on point? Now before you go into the comments and start hating, let's analyze this a bit further. You're probably already familiar with all of the rage quitting and rants that have made him viral over the years. But have you ever thought to yourself why he does that? So I checked out his streams to see if he acted just like in the clips. He was running a Mortal Kombat 1 lobby, and when he got beaten by this smoke player, he was actually happy to see a good player get a victory over him, and even congratulated him.
Finally we got somebody who's fighting back. About time. Damn. Congratulations, bro. About time somebody else won so I can see what you guys got.
And then in the same lobby, an even better Rain shows up and wins over LTG.
I like it. Love it.
But again, look at him. He's happy that there are good players in the lobby and even says that it was nice.
I like it. That was nice. I like it when I got good players that are subs in my lobbies.
Then he runs a Street Fighter 5 lobby. And then this Luke joins out of nowhere and whoops everyone. Now, it's pretty well documented that Luke is top tier in Street Fighter 5. However, when it was LTG's turn, there was a sense of frustration in the air. He felt that something was off and that he was facing a character that he wasn't used to facing. So he goes into training mode to record Gil's 3-frame crouching jab, which he uses to open up an opponent after their attacks. But he notices that Luke can still continue attacking, and even outperforms a 3-frame attack at a certain distance, which was why he was losing the exchanges.
Fake, alright, fake. Spams it from forward, that's how he got away with it. He would just basically spam it from forward. Even if you got a 3-frame, Luke could just keep spamming the target, drop a look.
With that knowledge, LowTierGod gets a decisive 2-round victory against the Luke player. And then he goes on this awesome rant which we're all used to listening to.
Hey, you can suck my big ass, hot, steaming, veiny, big, bulging BBC. You'll never play me in life again. I just wanted to expose your frame data, you sorry ass. You got away with that for so long, so I went, checked the lab real quick, seen everything you was doing was fake, and it's over for you. Now suck a big ass, virtually. You'll never in life play me again, motherfucker. Now choke on that.
Now, I know what you're thinking. LTG hasn't changed, right? But in a complete surprise, 2 days later, LTG actually unblacklists the Luke player.
This is why I unblocked this. I'm like, the other night I'm like, I'm mad at the for losing to shit I don't know the frame data to. Wait, hold on a minute. Let me just go to training mode real quick. Round 2. Figure it out. Unblock him, let him come back in here and enjoy the game.
And then he wins a 3-match set against him.
The other night I was getting mad because I'm like, everything this dude's doing fake, but I can't really get mad at the player if he knows how to abuse shit I don't know how to check. So I was like, all right, let me unblacklist this dude.
Another day later, he runs another Street Fighter 5 lobby, and again the Luke player is there. Now, LTG gets kinda heated because he loses a best of 3 against this guy with his Gil. But in a complete alpha move, he commands everyone in the lobby to queue back.
Everybody queue the fuck back, bro. Everybody queue the fuck back. Didn't I say queue back?
So that he can get his rematch against Luke. But she loses again this time, but with fault. Again, he commands everyone to queue back.
Queue back, queue back, queue back, bro.
and he gets his rematch with Rose. LTG wins the first match, but he isn't satisfied with a one and done, so he wins a decisive 3-match set against the Luke player, since he already knows that he's exposed to Luke's playstyle 2 lobbies back. Now after watching all of these sets, I think I have an idea of what LTG is looking for in fighting games. He doesn't really like playing gimmick characters or games that rely on assists.
Here we look, it's getting the same mileage off one assist.
He doesn't like facing players that only memorize combos but have bad fundamentals.
Here we go. Ow, 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 ow.
And he doesn't like comeback mechanics like Heat.
When you make Heat activation plus on block, it allows somebody to mash.
If that's the stuff he doesn't like, what does he even like about fighting games to make it his main genre of gaming? If you paid attention to the clips, you'd notice that he doesn't back away from a fight, and he keeps rematching even if he's lost. Why? Because I think he's looking for a good time playing against someone on or near his level. And that's what he's looking for in fighting games. Have you ever played against someone with a game where you two are so evenly matched that even 20 consecutive games later, you're still enjoying yourself and the hours would just go by? I think the reason LTG calls most modern fighting games remedial is because that feeling is hard to emulate nowadays. Now let's look at this made-up graph with no relevant numbers I made. In the past with games like Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, Street Fighter 4, Tekken 5, your enjoyment in fighting games is pretty much dependent on where you are in this graph. If you are a new player, you're either new to fighting games in general or new to that specific game. If you're an amateur, you either just got the fundamentals and features down, or you're in deep with the frame data and techniques of the characters that you name. If you were a pro player, you either came from other fighting games, or you were a pro player in that game specifically. These fighting games back then were designed so that a beginner could almost never beat an amateur, and an amateur could maybe win a few matches against a pro player. For modern fighting games, these brackets open up in a big way, to the point where there's a lot of overlap. It's all over the place. Because of new comeback mechanics like Heat, Sparking Blast, modern controls with simple inputs that eliminate motion inputs, there are bigger chances for beginners to beat amateurs, and pro players from other games that don't even play the game you're playing can play sloppy and still win against you. Back then, when you made mistakes, you were punished just right. Games back then didn't have these built-in comeback mechanics. Now, if you make a mistake against a beginner who doesn't have good fundamentals, but has a combo memorized, you'll lose a big chunk of your HP. Look at this, I can play footsies with this Scorpion for the entire round, and he gets me back if I let go of the block button just one time and I get speared into this combo that takes half my HP. Fighting games nowadays feel like they were made for everybody and nobody at the same time. I never knew why fighting game developers keep pandering to non-fighting game players. It's always good to bring in new players, but the fighting game community is a niche community. Bringing in casual audiences always alienates your loyal fan base. I think fighting games should go a little bit more back to basics. Less gimmicks and less comeback mechanics. Honestly, fighting games don't even need comeback mechanics. Rounds are short within 100 seconds, and having no built-in comeback mechanics make comebacks even more impressive. In MOBAs, you need comeback mechanics because you don't want to spend 40 minutes where you already know you lost at minute 10 and you just spent the last 30 minutes in agony. MOBAs need something that can turn the tide at the 30-minute or 40-minute mark. I would say remove assists in Mortal Kombat 1 and make the gameplay faster. Limit the drive rush mechanic in Street Fighter 6. Remove heat, rage arc, wall splats, tornadoes, and juggling in general in Tekken 8. Stop defeated characters from still assisting into Rex KO and add more characters. Make Marvel Tokon have individual life bars and maybe just make it 3-on-3. And remove Sparking Blast, Limit Break, and Dragon Balls in fighters. The fighting game renaissance 10 years ago should not be wasted. We have more fighting games than ever, but the quality has dropped. We have better technology now to bring the arcade experience online. Let's hope fighting games improve so we can all enjoy fighting games like we did back then.